Mine's taking some time. There we go.
Okay, so, Eddie?
Got nothing.
Alright, so we'll give it a second. I'll do some unmasking here while you see if it takes it a little bit longer. Okay, so, quick recap, we're diving right in. You guys had met up on the shore of the massive Dark Lake cavern that held Mantle Dareth. Had discussed choices between setting up an outpost and exploring a recently uncovered tunnel, apparently by seismic disturbances. Excuse me. You decided to explore the tunnel on your way back to the cavern of setting up an outpost before going into Mantle Dareth. You guys came down. You guys attempted to call out to 4 large creatures around the fireplace you see down there. Fire pit you see down there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The battle was very intelligently fought on your part. You used battlefield control. That's one of the major advantages of the druid, by the way, Valdu, is controlling the battlefield, such as the spiked growth. Even if they ignore it, they still pay a heavy price for it. And we stopped right after the battle. I didn't award any of the actual loot. By the end of the night, I'd like to get the inventory cleaned out by the time we get there, but not a huge deal. As for the treasure, I'm going to go ahead and drop over the great swords, and there was one of the large creatures that had a pearl on it, 2 pearls actually, and one of them had a silver-plated longsword with a jet set into the hilt. They appear to be decorative, and definitely not something that looks like would have been crafted by that big old ugly sumbitch. So, that is where we left off. You guys had just killed them, the spike growth had just faded. The tunnel you've been moving through, as you can see, is primarily rough carved stone with worked stone starting ahead where you see the pink.
Can we hear anything, like any sign that someone else is coming? Because he did blow that horn.
You cannot hear or see anything from this point of view.
Right, I'll go.
The only thing Matt said to me was he would appreciate if there is a opportunity that someone use his knowledge skills if they are needed. Okay, if it just lagged, I was trying something I shouldn't have been.
It did.
That was my fault. I learned about a new feature of Fantasy Grounds today. I build modules. I'm building modules now. Not that anybody particularly cares, but they're basically self-contained adventures that I will be making free to a lot of other DMs, where they can just take it, put it on their thing, and it's all story built out and everything for them. I just learned a new feature while I was watching a tutorial video, but
Tokens are locked.
They are not locked anymore, so...
Alright, I move forward and peer around the corners to see if I can see anything.
I would step up and more or less watch for any kind of signal with my longbow ready.
It's louder than I would like. Let's see if we can knock that volume down real quick. Just 1 second. I'm adjusting my volume. Alright, are you guys getting any music?
Not right now.
Yeah, that was the one step I forgot. I thought I had this all set up. Getting music yet?
Not yet.
Okay, the music will be coming in momentarily. I'll just bring it up. You can take down your visibility because there's a light source, but you can save it for later if you desire, but you don't need it in this room. So, I'm going to unmask for you first. Then I will get to you a description momentarily.
Sounds good.
So, this entry chamber here, as you step into the wider room, you immediately can tell the area has suffered a good deal of damage. The worst of it seems to be centered in the southeast corner of the room where the support columns have been knocked over and the ceiling and the walls have collapsed into the room. The damage seems fresh. There are 3 exits to the room. They branch off to the east with a set of double doors, a set to the south, which are also closed, and a set to the west. Each of the doors seem to have a different inlay in them. The fire isn't too smoky, but it's pretty evident that the damage here is within the last probably couple weeks. And I'm going to throw a sound at you for test.
Got that one.
Alright, sounds are up. That was my fault. My apologies for the delay, and we can keep rolling at your discretion. I'm going to go ahead and give you a description of each of the doors if that's okay with you, and you can roll any perception checks you desire. Okay. So, the doors in this room do differ in very distinctive ways. The doors to the east, which is what you're standing in front of now,
Okay.
are inlaid with, they're a lot less decorative than the other 2. But this
Hello?
door that you're standing in front of, hello?
Cronin said hello, didn't he?
Can you hear?
Seems like he lost us.
User in your channel timed out.
Yeah,
There he goes.
He'll hop back in. So the door to the east that you're standing in front of is less decorative than the other, but its inlay is that of an hourglass with the sand all gathered at the bottom. There's 0 sand left in the top.
User entered your channel.
The door to the west, directly across, is very decorated, and it's banded with silverish metal, and inlaid with the symbol of a fountain. The door exiting this room to the south has the symbol of a deck of cards that
User
has
joined your channel.
been inlaid on those. The door seems to be fitted with a complicated locking mechanism.
User in your channel timed out.
What was on the west door again?
No.
Okay, I go back up to the group. Were the other 2 doors locked?
There was no locking mechanism on any of the doors except the south.
Okay. Alright, the south door's locked and the other 2 are not. They're very intricate doors. Did you guys hear the descriptions?
Yes.
Okay.
The rubble there to the south, Eddie, Sully, when you were looking around, you did see some stains that suggest something may have been crushed in that collapsed area.
Oh, do we know what?
Something similar to the creatures you recently fought.
User joined your channel.
Can you hear us, Mac?
I can hear you now. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we were having trouble hearing Mac.
Oh,
Daniel.
okay. Oh, yeah.
No, my internet dropped out, then my Surface decided to take a shit.
So I guess which door to go in first? Huh?
I think we go to the East door first.
Well, hang on one second. Did we figure out what the inscriptions were on the doors?
They were inlays, not like they were inlays being this. When the door was crafted, instead of being solid, they made like a small dent or picture in it, and then poured more valuable or a different color of metal or stone or some type of material into that to make basically a symbol in the door.
The East door has an hourglass with the sand in the bottom, and the West door has a fountain.
Do the symbols turn?
No one tried.
Which one has the hourglass?
The East door.
And is there anything crazy about the west door?
Fountain. And the South door has a very complex lock.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a knowledge arcana, Tony, see if this looks familiar.
You sound like you got all kinds of fun behind you.
My wife's not here tonight because it's my daughter's birthday, so my son's behind me watching something.
It's really quiet. We can hardly hear it.
Really? Because it's annoying the shit out of me.
There is nothing that you can recall based off of that symbol. It doesn't seem arcane in any nature.
Okay.
Are they...
I do the same here,
movable?
just different knowledge.
You attempt to move them, I'm guessing?
I'm gonna search them again real quick.
Yeah, don't like move them. Just see if they shift.
Hey, Oren, do you want to do detect magic?
Yeah, I can do that. It's gonna take 10 minutes.
I'm okay with that.
Okie dokie. I'm going to use detect magic. Oren pulls out his spell book and leafs through it real quick and finds the spell he's looking for and casts detect magic as a ritual.
Okay. 10 minutes later, the doors do not appear magical. But this entire area, starting right here, is radiating magic. The whole area is suffused with magic.
Is it Farazes? Can we tell?
The magic of this area is being enhanced by the Farazes, but now here's the distinct difference, and this is something with your knowledge arcana check there you can determine, Oren. Two features. One, there's two kinds of magic that you're detecting with this. The doors aren't magical. The entire area is magical, as in the air, the essence, not the stone. So the magic is coming from the Farazes not from the materials, if you understand the distinction. Now, the type of magic that's radiating from the Pharisai's inside of that line is transmutation in nature. From outside that line, it is illusion and protection magic. Not necessarily a school, but it's illusion and protection magic, and it is corrupt.
So in the hallway outside is the illusion and protection magic, which is corrupt. Inside is the transmutation.
Correct, which is
Yep.
which is currently in its current form holding out and strong.
One of them big fucks is in here.
All right. Do you guys want me to go in the door?
Let's do it.
All right. I checked to see if the. Oh, excuse me. I almost choked.
Hey, hold on a second, guys, real quick. I need. Hold on a sec. Sorry. The boys owing me.
We can hear. You don't need to be
Keep
sorry.
my longbow ready to actually shoot anything I deem hostile.
I'm of the opinion that if you have a problem with children in Dungeons and Dragons, you're a dumbass. It's just me.
Okay. Before we continue on, I need about 2 minutes. I will actually, Orin's telling you guys this, I will need a minute to cast a spell to perhaps help us out here. Well, it's going to help me out anyways. But this is Matt speaking. I need to talk to Tony for a second, so just before we go through the door and start spinning stuff, I want to cast a spell. Okay, about that time, Orin starts waving his hands and chanting in a very guttural, almost toneless spell, and from the tip of his staff, a dark energy oozes out into the bodies of the creatures that are laying dead. And when he finishes it, Orin raises his hands, and all four of the creatures that we just killed rise up and shamble over to Orin.
Valdu would look at the paladin.
So what is this?
He made them.
1 second.
Oh, that makes sense. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the paladin would freak out whenever he saw it.
You've seen it. I've done it numerous times.
Yeah. This isn't the first time.
It's just the first time in front of Valdu,
Oh, yeah.
I think.
I'm crafting the zombies. I have to make a couple unique changes for Orin's zombies, and I will get those up and ready to go as soon as I can. And so you guys can keep going. There's no need to delay the game. Keep going whenever you're ready.
Did the inlays move?
The inlays are not movable. They were built into the door.
Valdu would just kind of walk over one of the skeletons, eyeball it for a second, not
It's a
necessarily with hate, or zombie, whatever. Not eyeball it with hate or anything, or even so much confusion. Just kind of eyeball it and walk away from back to what we were previously doing.
Can I hear anything on the other side of the door? Okay. I open the door.
I take a ready to action with Dawnbringer to smack anything that may come out of the door.
Okay. You open the door and you are greeted with a very different tiling of the floor. This area is a pale white marble. It doesn't seem to have suffered hardly any damage, and it extends down to another set of double doors showing the exact same inlay of the hourglass.
I walk down the hallway, slowly and cautiously.
So wait, the one behind us has the hourglass on it, and the one he's looking at has the hourglass on it, right?
Correct.
Doors in this direction have the hourglass. Alright, I listen to see if there's anything on the other side. See if I can hear anything. I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Okay. I open the door.
Okay, just give me another 2 seconds. I'm dragging the custom zombies down onto the map there. 2, 15, 19. And number 10. There you go.
Function. Am I still connected?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Oh, someone made a fully detailed 5th edition character generator. If anyone's interested in it, I'll post a link.
Yeah, I might hit you up for that later.
Alright, I go get everybody and motion them forward.
My spot.
Ha! Beat you to it.
Okay, so there's a statue on the other side of the door here. The hallway's collapsed, but the statue looks like a nondescript humanoid. If you look at it from one direction, it kind of looks like a dwarf. If you look at it from another direction, it kind of looks like a human, and so on and so forth. It's holding a sword and a wand, both with hourglass figures on them. And both with different stages of time in the hourglass.
So the first hourglass had all the time at the bottom. The second hourglass had all the sand where?
Both doors were exactly the same.
Okay, on the bottom, okay. And then this one's about halfway?
One of them is about halfway and one of them is almost full, right, Tony?
Yes.
Yeah.
From the statue holding, which hand is the sand in? Is it going towards the north or is it in the hand facing the south?
The statue doesn't have an hourglass. The statue has a wand, like an arcane focus, but
Yeah.
the head of the wand is a piece of metal which is stamped with a symbol. So it's not an hourglass, it's a symbol, but it's an incredibly well-crafted symbol, the wand being the one that's about half. The sword is a very old design style of a sword, and in the pommel and in the guard is the same hourglass symbol. The only differentiation between the door symbol, besides size obviously, the wand arcane type focus thing, and the sword itself is the amount of sand. In the sword it's almost full. In the wand tip it's about half. And on the doors it is completely empty. Like there's not a grain of sand left in the top.
Okay. I'm gonna go in there and see if those items can be removed. I just wanted you guys closer in case shit went south.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's get some orange firelight in here.
I searched the statue again more thoroughly to see if those things can be removed, and to see if there's anything else up with it.
Music kind of reminds me of The Legend of Zelda.
Okay. The wand and sword cannot be removed. They are built into the statue. And the statue, the hallway, the floor, everything in this place looks immaculate, like it was made yesterday, with the exception of the collapsed tunnel. The door that's going north, does it have the hourglass on it as well?
Yes, sir. It's the exact same symbol, same amount of sand.
Can I hear anything on the other side?
I'm sorry, I missed what you said, Eddie.
Can I hear anything on the other side?
You cannot, I'm sorry.
Are you still able to detect illusion magic?
I cannot. Orin was only able to because he cast Detect Magic. But that's not something that lasts forever and ever.
And what's this out there? Is that just rubble?
Yes.
Okay, I missed part of what you said. I told you couldn't hear anything, Sully. Did you say you were opening?
Sure.
So the doors swing open effortlessly as if they were brand new. The door ahead is left open. There are sounds coming from inside, and there's the glow of torchlight flickering from inside.
Can I see anything through the open door? Okay, I move closer and peer through the door, trying to be as quiet and stealthy as I can be.
So I'm going to send you a picture. From that angle, you're able to see a number of things. Number one, torches on the wall are flickering. There's no smoke coming out. There's a body on the far table. Looks like may have been a dining room. You can't really see completely. The body is gashed open, as clearly displayed. The creature you see is very alien. It's a very tall shoulder. It has pointed ears, scaly skin, and tail and claws. It is holding a glaive, but the most stark thing about it is it seems to have a beard. And the beard seems to be made of almost like snakes.
Medusa's brother. That's awesome.
Alright, I go back to the group. Do you want me to do another move silent check? Or stealth?
My roll is for once he gets back, and describes it. See if I know what it is.
Under the presumption, Sully, that you're going to share that information?
Yes.
Orin lets everybody know this is a devil, as the name implies, from the infernal plane. These red devils are like shock troopers. They're not extremely powerful, but they're not pushover. And they have,
User in your channel timed out.
where demons are very chaotic and just do whatever whim tells them to do or whatever the hell they want to. The devils have a very strict, I guess, they're lawful, so they have very strict laws and they follow those to the letter. Correct me if I'm wrong on any of that, Tony.
User entered your channel.
No, you got it right. Devils, and some people know it, the main difference besides where they come from, devils and demons come from very different planes of existence. Demons war with each other to the single. They fight each other. They're creatures of chaos. They thrive in chaos. They backstab each other as often as they can. Devils they're evil, but they're lawful. They have ranks. They have armies. They have codes and laws and
How did we want to play this, guys?
I asked Dawnbringer if
How did we want to play this?
I asked Dawnbringer if it would have any effect on demons.
One other thing, or I just remembered, that devils are immune to fire, and they are resistant to pretty much the majority of everything else that isn't magical.
No fire. Got it.
Dawnbringer says that it will be able to cut through their resistance because of its magic, but it will not be able to do any extreme damage like it would to undead.
Thank you.
Well, I imagine that this is a pretty evil dude, so we should probably kill him.
I mean, it's only, a 5-foot square. I mean, how much damage could it do?
And I know if I get any closer to him, he will hear me and this big dude behind me. So, I mean, I imagine you, Eddie, are the only one that'd be able to get a shot off on him before we get started, huh?
I could do that, or we could send the zombies in.
That is true. Maybe just get a shot off and then rush the zombies in right behind the shot.
Well, remember, I mean, I can try to do a stealth check with them, but they're... Yeah, that would probably not be good, considering they have a -2 to their dex.
All right.
I mean, I can do it, but, I mean, if you want me to shuffle them up there, then I can put them somewhere further back, and then have a general stealth check.
How fast are they?
20 feet.
Well, why don't we
The
just
good thing
stick 'em
about
in that
zombies
hallway?
the good thing about zombies is, I mean, they're never going to be a side-by-side combatant with Bomir. I mean, they're just not. The good thing about zombies is when you hit them and you reduce them to 0 hit points, if you did fire damage, they die. If you did radiant damage, they die. If you didn't hit them with fire or I think it actually might just be radiant or critical. I stand corrected. They get a saving throw versus their death blow. So hypothetically, if they get to roll saving throw every time they die, they could just not ever die.
Oh wow.
They get a saving throw against every blow that reduces them to 0 life, and the DC is 5 plus the damage taken. So if you do 20 damage to them, they get a 25 DC roll, but if they pass it, they don't die. It doesn't matter unless it was a crit or radiant damage.
I see. Well, it would take them a long time to get ahead of us. I don't know. Anybody else have any ideas?
They're not ever going to be effective combatants. None of the undead anybody can raise as slaves, really, are effective combatants. They just aren't.
They're just meat
cannon
shields.
fodder.
I guess
it's
the
just
best
an
one through the door would be either an elemental or the golem. What are they? Golems?
I think we need to give
Shield guardian.
Bomir a chance to get up into combat because he's missed out on a lot of combat lately.
Well, you only have one elemental left for the day.
Oh yeah, that is true.
What
Well,
happened to the
one got
elementals?
killed.
We used one in the last fight.
Yeah,
Okay.
mine's
We
gone.
don't get them back after we use them.
It takes time.
Yeah,
Oh.
one per day.
Oh, okay.
No, I can go over
Right,
and
right.
get a shot off. I don't care.
I definitely want you shooting off first.
Okay.
I
Was-
just
was
want to
the-
make sure we use this hallway to our advantage here.
Was the devil? Well, don't forget if they throw a fireball or a lightning bolt, it's going in there, and that's where it's staying. Sully, before you walked out, was the devil looking like he was on guard, or was he just kind of chilling there with the remains?
He was enjoying a nice piece of man flesh.
Hey, it kind of sounds like. Never mind. Too easy. Too easy.
He's a gay devil.
He's a gay devil. I want the meat. Okay. Then if he does it, we could move. I mean, I don't know. How you guys want to roll it? Because the zombies cannot do a stealth check for shit.
That's fine.
Shield Guardian cannot do a stealth check for shit.
What's their? I can't do a stealth check for shit.
I mean, I don't think I should get any closer.
What are the speeds like?
What is what?
Like movement speeds? What are they like?
They're the devils? I have no idea.
No, the shield guardian and your zombies.
Shield Guardian is 30 feet movement. Zombies is 20 feet.
I guess.
I'm just saying we should. I think lure him back. If we're not going to use this hallway, at least have him come around the corner into a giant screw you situation.
Actually, I do have something that might help.
What if we shoot and he just doesn't come? He just stays up there.
Then eventually we will have to go through.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Okay,
have.
okay.
Well, I mean, like I have minor illusion that I could cast to distract him.
Guess
Well,
we
right
could use
now-
that if he doesn't come in or doesn't come out. Well, I don't know. I said we just shoot him with an arrow, and pull back in here and see if he comes out.
I'm fine with that.
Matt,
Yep.
we might as well back out then.
Is Valdu and Durandon backing out?
I guess so.
Unless we want to actually fight in this hallway.
Gives us a place to retreat to. But also traps us. In a way. Just like Warren was saying, if you cast a fireball in here, you know, we're kind of stuck. So I don't know, if everyone's going to go up, I'll go up.
Well, no. I'm going to prepare a spell, so if they do come in here, they'll be greeted by... So, Tony, I'm assuming even though these look closed, that if they come through, more than likely they're going to open...
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
the doors are whatever state you guys choose them to be in.
Okay, well, these can be open right now. But the one up where Sully is, I doubt the guy's just going to slither through that little area, so... Okay.
Alright.
Hold on a second, I'm going to prepare a spell to cast with the first creature through the door.
Alright. So, what are we doing?
I'm going to... Do you want me to try using a poison on him too?
Whatever you think's best for the biggest hit that you can get. Does the poison just drop him?
No.
Does it do extra damage, or what does it do? I can't remember. Okay, yeah, definitely. If you're willing to, it's up to you.
Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, I have my spell ready.
Okay.
Wait. Okay, and also, I reload my crossbow.
Fair enough.
Oh, okay. Moving up again. Fine, I'm moving up.
Well,
Don't.
Josh, you have distance things you can use. I'm a melee fighter.
And please don't stand right behind the shield guardian. He's there, so when I run back, I got a meat shield. So right where you are, Valdu. Yeah.
I stay kind of like tucked back into the corner for a little bit of cover, ready to action with the bow.
Alright, Tony, I prepared.
And I take a ready to action when Dogbringer to attack him if he comes through this door.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's fine. I use the Spider King poison. I coat 5 arrows. Okay. Gotta make note of that real quick. Okay. Target him. I get advantage. It was on there.
That was a waste of a crit.
It seriously was a waste of a crit, but you know, whatevs. Alright, we'll do that. I'm gonna do. Where'd it go? Hang on a second. Shit. Oh, there it is. Why is it on there? Oh, I know why. That's fine. Did he save, Tony? Oh, shit.
Damn!
Looks like he critically saved.
20s for days.
Sorry. Oh shit. Sorry, that's not what I meant to do. Tony, will you remove that?
Yes, that was.
That's what I meant to do.
Where was the poison damage? Was there any?
No, because he saved.
Okay. So, now everyone, roll some initiative, please.
Is he not dead?
He's not dead.
Okay. Do I get to leave?
Yeah, that was just your surprise round. And the zombies already have their initiative. We just need one for the shield guardian. And I'm assuming you want the lizard out of this or in this?
Out of the I guess. I just want him to stay there. He's just gonna get one hit.
Got it.
I'm just gonna do one for all 4 of my zombies. Why does he keep rolling 2?
Alright, so start a battle. The wonderful Sully fires. Go ahead and do your 30-foot movement for the rest of your surprise round, then we'll start initiative.
Wait, hang on. I'm gonna go right there. That way, if he comes into the hallway, I can still shoot him one more time, maybe.
Okay. So the creature growls very loudly and very unhappily. And you can hear it more, there's more than one of us. You can hear that. But we'll go to the top of the initiative and it will put it right here.
I just thought, all my action would have I take a ready to action.
Okay, ready to action being what?
Shoot my bow for, well, you said there's more than one there. Just ready to action, because it said they're immune to fire. Everything else I have is pretty much AoE. The ready to action to shoot the bow.
I'm just gonna move forward right here and do a ready to action with my repeating crossbow. Aim down the hallways. Comes around the corner. Don't shoot it.
Okay. I like the sound effects. I'm happy with those.
Me too.
I've been spending a little more time custom building the music, so if you've been just kind of cutting it out, you might benefit from listening or not. Whatever floats your boat. Either way, Sully took a shot and came scooting on back, and nothing came out after him right away.
Someone just had to say it. What if they don't come out?
And based on the distance that he was away, he would have definitely made it in here by now. If he was rushing in. That's a question, kind of, I guess.
Is minor illusion within sight, line of sight?
Minor illusion is a very, very weak spell that probably isn't going to work on things that are strong enough to be a challenge to you.
Yeah, but it's enough to create an annoying sound to make anything else that might be in there run out.
That is true. But for use in combat, the uses are going to be nearly zero. Out of combat, it has lots of uses.
Well, I know, but like, right, if hypothetically, if I were to cast it right now, does it have to be line of sight?
For minor illusion,
Yeah.
I mean, it's within 30 feet of you. You don't necessarily have to see the point of origin. No, if that's your question.
Okay. Okay, that square right there where he was just standing.
Okay.
I cast Minor Illusion with a sound of kind of like scuffling behind the door.
Okay.
And that's it for me then.
Fair enough. And just to verify, you guys are bringing your support forces in here, right?
That was I thought that's what the plan was. That's why we came here first.
That's what I thought the plan was too. I'm just verifying.
Yes.
Yeah, my only other thing is I keep my ready to action for if an unfriendly comes to the door.
You can't. Casting a spell
shit.
your extra action.
Yeah, okay, I'm good then.
So, zombies. I'm just gonna move them up.
Yeah, I'm moving them up. Just over their 20 feet. Yeah, so that'll be their total movement and double movement. Good to go.
Sully, you haven't seen them moving down, but you can hear hisses and growls for sure.
Diet.
I move up stealthily using my special roguiness. Do I see them?
Keep in mind, man, I just cast a sound coming from that exact location.
One second. Okay, he has a ready action, but I need to fix something real quick. My sons apparently have set their TV to Spanish. I'll be right back.
I guess he made his perception check against you.
Right? Like, wow. Good for him.
Yeah, Sully, you are aware that right where you're standing, I just cast it.
I know.
Okay.
Okay, so he takes a readied action.
So he saw me. Perception check was higher than 31.
I missed that, but I missed that stealth check.
That's why I said moving stealthy.
My apologies. My son was trying to explain to me his Spanish problem. Let's see what he gets. Not good enough. So no, he does not take any his readied action. You can clearly see, well, I think you can partially see him hiding by the door, holding his glaive and his beard of very long snakes. They're snake-like appendages. They're not snakes, like Medusa snakes, but they are thriving and not very happy.
Is he the one that I put an arrow in earlier?
Yes, he is.
Okay. You said he has partial
gonna-
cover?
He is going to have, from there, he's going to have the superior cover.
Where is it? Let's see. What is superior cover? 75%? How does that work now?
The easiest way to do it is to click the plus minus button at the top right and just click
I know.
cover.
I know, but what is the effect?
I believe it's -5.
Oh, okay. But I'm hidden and stealth, so I still get advantage.
Correct.
Oh no, that's only if he's not taking a turn.
That's your crit.
You still get advantage because you're.
Oh yeah.
Yes. You'll still get your advantage, which will still grant you your sneak attack, but you won't get the crit, and it is it's a +5 to his AC, -5 to your attack, however you want to roll it.
Okay.
Clicking the button's easiest for me.
That's just what I did, but I just wanted to know what the numerical
fair enough.
value of it was. I'm using the Spider King poison again.
Okay. That is a hit.
Nice. What is his save?
He's going to take his ready to action at this point, because stealth or not stealth, when you shoot someone, they have a hint you're there.
I don't think he knows I'm there.
I think he suspects. On the upside, you have the same cover he has. And he attacks you with only one of his abilities because he is unable to attack you with his glaive due to the door being there. But he can attack you with his beard, as it were, with a -5. Or +5. I'm not really sure how it does it. So he tries his beard, as it were, lashes out at you, not as a bite, more as a smack, and hits more door than you, and is unable to get any connection with you, but you are able to retreat if you're choosing to.
As I go by, I'm like, he's on the other side of the door. Just chilling, waiting on us to come in.
Like a villain.
How tall is the ceiling in that room?
10 feet tall, everywhere you've been.
I'm thinking, give me 1 second.
I'm gonna get a drink.
I'm gonna
No,
take
go
a
ahead.
ready. I'm gonna do my same. I'm gonna hold my ready to action as I was before.
Okay. Shield Guardian?
Yep. Don't move it yet. Do you guys want me to move them up in there or no?
I'm fine with that.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to constitute his full movement.
Yeah, he's got another 10 feet of movement, but yeah.
Well, moving through the friendly area
yep.
in that whole area.
That'll work then.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and unmask this from his perspective. Everybody can't see it, obviously, but he can, so just for simplicity, I'm just going to go ahead and unmask this.
Now, when he goes through them doors are obviously open, right?
Correct. But he's there now, so there's that.
Right, but would I still be able to shoot past him as I did before?
Yes, but he's now, like I said before, there's a couple rules we haven't been applying, but we've been playing long enough where, moving through friendly squares is difficult terrain, cover shooting friendlies, these are rules that we're starting to apply, so.
Right.
But it is your turn. If you shoot towards him, it's only going to be the regular cover and the modifiers button at the top right.
What cover is he getting if he shoots at number 10?
He's getting cover from the shield guardian.
Okay.
Enemy allies have always provided slight cover that are larger and difficult terrain. We had a lot going on, so we didn't apply all the rules.
If I move there, can I swing
That-
around the door?
Well, the doors are open. The doors are at this point are effectively gone, and when you move closer, when you're within 30 feet of the enemy, you're no longer subject to the cover applied by allies.
Alright, but if I move right up in that corner, is there a way to reach around? Like, can I attack him from there with melee?
No. With the doors being thrown out of the way, let's work under the image assumption that the doors are not there.
Right, okay.
No. You can't stand in that corner and attack around.
And you said within 30, right?
Yes.
I move up and take my shot so he wouldn't get cover.
Say again.
I'm moving up and taking my shot so that he does not get the cover. You said within 30 feet.
Got it. Yep, got it. So don't apply cover.
Nice.
You notice that the creature's skin seems to resist your weapon a little bit, although not completely.
Oh, that's right. They got resistance. Shit. Alright. That's it for me then. Well, no, wait. I step back.
I personally would prefer things. I'd be using spells, but that's just me.
Right?
The devil hisses and swings his glaive and lashes out with his beard. I rolled the damage first on accident, but it was a hit, so I'm just gonna leave it applied.
What was the damage?
I guess I'm just gonna use double movement to get through these guys here.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll just keep the lizard there for now.
Okay. Lizard is staying. Durandon, you can tell from the conversation that the devils are not taking your bait. You can hear hissing and smacking and slashing from ahead. put you at 20 feet. So whenever you move, now is subtracted from the 20 feet already moved.
Can I see the devil by the door?
No. I target him for you. You put your mouse over here. You'll see the line.
I can see devil 10, though, right?
You can. Those doors are effectively not there.
Okay, I take aim past the shield guardian to devil number 10.
Hit.
These rolls.
It's very nice rolls, guys. He seems to be resisting your crossbow as well.
Well,
I'm gonna keep the zombies there to protect our flank or our rear.
Okay, I'm gonna skip down to Sully then.
Go for it. But they're all gonna attack anything that comes up from the rear, just so you know.
Right. That's kind of an assumed.
Yeah.
Okay. I move up. Just a smidge. Thank you. Oh, I can't do that. That's on. I go ahead and use another spider venom arrow on this guy. You know what? No. And move up a little more to take that guy back out. Does he have cover there?
No. The door's gone, so.
Okay. Just finish this guy off then, I guess.
Hit.
Fire an arrow.
It kills him.
Okay, good. Good.
You did that in regular chat.
That was to most of you, anyways. But I was just saying to keep you guys guessing. Gotta keep you guys to make the games enjoyable.
I did not complain about it, by the way. Saying,
No,
I'd
I'm
like to
just.
point that out. That's kind of weird out of context to see that pop up.
I was busting his balls about
He was
why is the
complaining.
paladin so far back. He said he thought there'd be more in there, and I said I'm gotta keep you guys guessing, make the games enjoyable.
Yep, move me there, please. I want to make sure I'm within 30 of them.
Have damn paladin all the way in the back like a punk bitch.
I was kind of guarding the rear, you see?
Okay.
How many 5 people you think in the rear? Ooh. Just kidding.
Damn it, the first one. I don't know why it's double tapping like that.
Because you only have to click it once. It's a button,
I know.
not a dice.
Uh,
I do it too. I got a cleric in a game. I'm just letting you know.
And that'll be his turn.
Okay. And he attacks the shield guardian. and gets a natural 1, provoking an attack of opportunity from the Shield Guardian. Hit. Hit, and clearly a miss. You take your hit first, then he'll take his.
Works.
Shield Guardian up in here, trading attacks of opportunity.
It happens.
Alrighty, Valdu. They're slashing at each other with fists and beards and glaives.
I don't want to waste any spells on this dude. It's only one guy.
That's why they invented cantrips.
The only cantrip I really got that will do damage to him without being melee is Thorn Whip. But that would pull him toward me. And, I asked Tony, I'm like, can I do it without pulling toward him? This is a while back. He said, no, it's in the spell description.
That's correct, it does.
Kind of crappy that I can't control my own spell, but
No, that's literally what the spell does. It's not that you get a whip and then you decide what to do with the whip. You hold your hand out, a whip lashes out, it grabs him and pulls him to you. That's what your spell does.
can't pull him through a Shield Guardian, can it?
You cannot.
Oh. Alright, then I'll use Thorn Whip on his ass.
You gotta move up, but that's a clear hit.
Nice.
He's bounced him off the Shield Guardian's chest.
It's exactly what you just did. You threw the Thorn Whip out, wrapped it around him. You did your damage, and he bounced off the Shield Guardian.
Nice.
Now, don't forget, you guys get to describe this. By get to, I mean...
Alright, true.
They're similar. but different.
What was this cover that he gets through the person? Is it superior cover?
Nothing from that distance.
Oh, okay. Let me use my
within 30 feet, there's no...
hand crossbow. First good roll of the day.
You did good. You missed.
Oh yeah, I get to attack.
That one was a hit. And the arrow doesn't sink as deeply as, or the bolt doesn't sink as deeply as you think it should have, but it definitely sinks in.
All right. Okay, Durandon stares at the arrow that was just shot at the devil, and then says, "Yeah, that's not going to work," and proceeds to cast Ray of Frost.
And it does not work.
Huh. Well, now you're
Are the zombies moving, or are we skipping down to Sully?
Skipping them.
all right. I'll be right back.
I'll stay here.
Womp womp.
Alright. Use this stupid Spider King poison one more time. I think I'm just gonna end up selling these ones. Suck.
It didn't used to.
No, these ones were always low DC. I didn't enhance the DC on this one.
Gotcha.
Because it began with such a low DC anyway, a +2 isn't really going to matter that much.
Gotcha.
So,
That's a definite hit, though.
that.
Don't apply the damage. I'm sorry, please apply the damage.
Okay.
I was going to say until I drag that. You notice, I don't know why that applied. I wanted to see that. Okay, because this is untyped. That he does not take damage. He's immune to poison.
Oh.
But that was what I wanted to see. We need to go into your poisons
And change it to poison.
and just list it as poison.
Yeah.
Your convenience. It's my fault that I deleted your character, but
Yeah.
I back them up every game. But he's still alive.
Seriously? Fuck Nugget.
Nugget of luck.
Orin points his stave at the bearded devil again. Says another phrase.
Some people have a list of phrases they like to say during games.
Yes, but I'm not gonna jack his and he'll be like, oh, where do you feel it? And I'm not gonna say fuzzy nipple or fuzzy knuckle or whatever he says.
Fuzzy nuts, I believe, is his preference.
Fuzzy nuts. Hold on. Nah, let it roll.
Hit.
Yay. I'm not gonna waste a lucky on a cantrip.
And that hurts him and applies the same effect, right?
Yeah, he just can't regain hit points for the next round.
He is barely standing, and you can tell that he does not seem to be the retreat and fight another day type of fellow. He gets one good slash on the Shield Guardian with his glaive, which aptly heals.
Woo woo.
And the Shield Guardian kills him.
Pulverizes him. Once he falls from the first hit, the Shield Guardian smashes his head into the floor with the second hit.
Like you do.
Shield Guardian don't fuck around.
Alrighty. You guys smash him. Shield Guardian crushes his soul. Tokens are now unlocked, and you guys can move at your leisure.
What was the hit points on those? That took longer than it should have.
No, it took long. Well, let me phrase this. Their hit points were not great. It took longer than it should have because you guys. I don't know. You guys are like fighting as if you are all archers for some reason, and
Right.
the rogue's fighting as a mage. The druid is fighting as an archer. The archer's fighting as an archer.
The wizard's fighting as a wizard.
You guys are not fighting to your specialty, is why that took so long. Not that you should. Sometimes you need to use an arrow. I'm not saying you did it wrong. I'm just telling you, if you're spec to do melee damage and you can, then it's gonna take a while.
Yeah,
I just feel it's stupid to get ahead of that Shield Guardian.
I'm not saying it isn't. Again, I'm not saying you did something wrong. I'm just saying that if you're spec to do, if you're a paladin who can smite evil on melee, and you can't smite, your damage is going to take a hit. It just is.
Yeah.
And now, you're trading something. Okay, my damage is lower, but I took no damage, and the fucking meat shield got smashed.
I'll be right back.
That's cool. Makes perfect sense. I'm just letting you know why it took so long. So,
You okay there, Tony?
Yeah. Why?
That's a bit of a rant.
No, I'm just double tapping things.
Didn't seem like it to me. Didn't feel like
I can rant.
it.
I do like to rant. But this room, get in. And the only reason I made that so long-winded is I didn't want it to come off as an attack. I didn't want you guys to feel like I was saying you did something wrong. Because I'd have stayed back if it were me. There's no reason the Shield Guardian that heals itself shouldn't be taking the most of the damage. But this area appears to have once been a dining room, but it has obviously turned into an area of gore and horror. It's lit by the 4 torches that burn brightly, despite the fact that there's no fuel that seems to be provided. They appear to have just been lit, and the human looks like he may have at one time been wearing robes, but they were torn off, and his chest cavity was ripped open, and it looks like they were feasting on him. I'm going to give you a little more unmaskies here.
We can't hear anything going on around us.
There's nothing that you can hear going on. The human is very dead.
I searched the bodies.
The only thing they have other than their skin, which starts to smolder right away because they, being devils, are pretty much always banished back to their plane of existence, is their glaives, which also start to smolder and eventually just form into a standard glaive rather than what the type it was with them.
Alrighty. Peer around the corner here.
Okay. Around the back of this large stone divider, you find a very strange looking contraption and an assortment of alchemical jars, ingredients. It appears that this is at one time have been designed to be in a kitchen, but has subsequently been turned into a lab.
Okay. Do we know what the contraption is?
You don't. With the assumption that Orin would take a look at it.
Sure.
Let's see what he has here under skills.
Back.
Oh, let's
You're
make him
looking at
choose.
something with me.
What's up?
You're looking at something with me.
Okay. Let me roll real quick. What do you need? Knowledge, Arcana, History?
It's your choice. It was a kitchen at some time, or designed to be a kitchen, but it's a strange machine contraption, and this area looks like it's been turned into some type of alchemical lab.
Oh, well, I am proficient in alchemy. Craft alchemy tools. So would I need to roll?
Always.
Okay, so just what do you want me to?
Intelligence.
Yeah, I'll use
With-
my craft
With
alchemy.
proficiency.
Yep, I'll use my craft alchemy. Hold on. Yeah, I'll let it go. Fuck it.
The room looks like it is very well lived in, first off. But the machine is completely foreign to you in its nature and building. It looks like it was something that was made by someone who had never seen what they were trying to make. But when you start to take the time, it takes you about 10 minutes to look it over. I'm assuming everyone's perfectly cool. They're not going to drag the gnome away.
They don't have a choice, the gnome's staying.
Kill him.
There are any cliffs nearby.
Right?
The contraption looks like it was made to dilute potions down to their base ingredient. Like it looks like someone was trying to build a machine where you could stick a potion in and extract its base ingredients. Like reverse engineer it.
Okay.
There's vials everywhere. There's alchemist flasks and empty full rock. I mean, the whole thing is just a cluster.
I say we take the full ones and you can identify them later. And
Yeah, I'll take. How much are we talking here? Like it's gonna be all I can do to carry it?
No. I mean, a lot of
Okay.
it's drained. As far as functional stuff, there's quite a few functional things that I'm just gonna identify as they go into your bag, but
Okay.
the majority of it is easily identifiable alchemist supplies, alchemist fire type stuff. There's a couple foreign things that you don't necessarily recognize immediately. A small vial of green liquid, small vial of this, that, and you can mess with that a little later if you desire.
Okay.
But that's the salvageable stuff that you get.
That's in the party. Okay. All that stuff there. Alchemist supplies, fire. Okay.
All right, this door does not have an hourglass on it, guys, and this area is cooler than the rest of the area has been so far.
You want to go through that door first, or you want to look down that hallway?
I'll look down the
To
hallway. Tony, up here around the hallway corner there.
Okay. I'm going to need to zoom out just a smidgen. Then I'll get you a hallway. It's a turn, so. I think I forgot to click some music. Let's get us some nice music in here.
Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
I can see him. Unless you remasked him. Alright. Long hallway, couple of doors. I say we go in the smaller door first.
Okay.
That's my opinion. Anybody else care?
No,
I'll put
I'm
them
good.
good.
That's a long, scary hallway.
Don't be scared.
It's a fatal funnel.
Yeah.
Nice reference.
I searched the door for traps.
Oh, I accidentally released my button, but there are no traps and the door is not capable of being locked.
Okay.
That was my fault. This area looks like it was cut after the major construction, but it leads down. It gets, about 10 feet, and it's a little chillier, but it's not freezing.
Alright, and check for traps on the way down. And then I search the door and listen.
One second. When I'm whispering or talking to you guys and unmasking, it's remasking. So if I don't let go of my button before I let go of the mouse button, it just remasks an area that's already masked, so it does nothing. Alright, so juice.
All right, I'll go back up. There is a supply room down there that has perishables like apples and potatoes and rice and all that shite. But it looks like the stuff is brand spanking new. Like the apple was just picked off the tree. The wheat was just harvested. All that jazz. In the area down there, I don't know for certain, but my understanding is it was not constructed when the temple was constructed. Like somebody built and added this area in.
Is it safe to go down?
Yeah, there's nothing down there but food and shite.
Yeah, but
There's no traps. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
My specialty is food.
There's lots of it down there. I don't know if I would eat it. Orin might want to do detect magic to see if it's been charmed or if the area's magic itself is protecting it.
Am I able to just give it a look over and actually see if there's anything unusual about it? I searched the other door.
Yes.
You want a possibly magical apple?
I'm good, thank you, though. I just got done eating. You know what happened in that fairy tale about the magical apple, don't you?
And that's why we don't need the apple seeds.
Made that girl's face melt right the hell off.
I take no responsibility for other people's allergies.
There you go.
There's a disclaimer.
Get down the hallway.
Alright, I go back up to the group. There's two sets of doors down there, neither locked, neither trapped. These doors do not have the hourglass symbols on them. And I cannot hear anything on the other sides of the doors. And at the end of the hallway, there is a long staircase and some rubble from a collapsed tunnel or collapsed hallway of some sort.
I feel like we should check these doors.
Yep.
Right
And
behind you.
I didn't tell Eddie at the time. I kind of dropped the ball on that one, but none of the doors you've seen so far here I have hourglass symbols on them. He might have said that. I don't remember, but I'm just letting you know.
I did say that.
So, opening the door.
Yes.
Okay, so directly across, as you open the door, you find yourself staring at another one of those nondescript statues, holding the sword and arcane focus wand type thing. I'm still unmasking on the sides because obviously you're going to go in there, but that's what you see, and you guys can move as I unmask.
Alrighty, looks like there are those statues down both sides of the hallway as well.
There are, yes, sir, and they're the identical ones. Same symbology on the items and respectively.
Same depictions of time on the same ones.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So half on the wand, almost full on the sword.
Correct.
Okay. And are those doors or?
Those are doors. And if you want to give me one roll for the area, I'll apply it.
I'll take it. Alrighty. Can I hear anything on the other sides of the doors?
Just Orin does a quick little get your guys' attention, lets you know that the further down this hallway we go, the stronger the transmutation magic is becoming.
So, for simplicity, the each of the doors you checked for sound, there was none.
Okay. I'll open the door that I'm directly in front of.
So, this door, as you open it, has a 10 by 10 cell that is completely empty and devoid of all. I mean, it's immaculate. It has no dust, decay of time, none of that.
Okay. Check the next one.
The exact same.
It has no decay of time, you said?
No signs, like it doesn't show any cracking of the stone, things like that.
Next one, sorry.
And you said there's no smoke flowing off of the torches, right?
Correct.
I wish to propose a hypothesis.
You open that door, and you just are hit dead in the face with some foul smelling grossness. And it looks like this has, for some time, served as a depository. It doesn't smell like decay, but it does smell like, shit and other assorted nastiness.
That's nice. I'll close that door.
Somebody had a hypothesis they wanted to pose?
Yeah, that time does not exist here. I mean, we got food that's essentially not aging. We have lights that are giving off light, but not necessarily burning. We've gone through doors and all kinds of things that have, in some way, shape, or form, warned us about time. And, Sully, are you relaying the information from that cell?
Yeah.
And we have a cell where there's no decomposition.
Well, just because there's no decomposition doesn't mean necessarily it's in time hold. But yes, your logic is, as you've stated it so far, is irrefutable. I came from Orin.
So, of these 3 rooms, you see 2 more empty cells. This one is a bit odd. It shows 2 pallets. They show some bones where things were eaten. The bones were picked clean, but it doesn't look like anything's been in this room in a long time. Years.
Okay.
So it looks like it may have at one time been the quarters of some barbaric humanoids.
Durandon takes about a foot of the of silk rope, sets it on fire, and kind of puts it on the ground and just stares at it.
Okay. It burns. It burns normally.
Alright. Excuse me. One of the other rooms looked like it was the home of a couple of goblin-sized creatures a long time ago. No idea how long. They're not there now. But it looks like that was their home.
It looks like it was a long time ago, like, so there's signs of wear and stuff in there?
No, there's just no signs of recent movement.
Oh, okay.
There's not signs of wear, but there's not signs of recent use. It's the lack of signs.
Okay. More of that door kit bag. Next door.
Yeah, I'm gonna search these statues real quick. Well, shit.
Don't forget, guys, a lot of you do have inspiration, and if you're stacking up inspiration, you don't get any more if you're full. Even if I award it, if you're full, you don't get it. You might want to keep a slot open at least.
Alright, moving on then. I'll open these doors.
What was that last thing you said, Eddie? I missed it.
I said I was opening these doors.
Alright, I'm getting down there to guard you before you open them up. Take a ready to action, shoot anything hostile.
So, this room, you swing open the door, and the smell is of parchment, ink, things of that nature. Bookshelves, rolls, rows and rows and rows and rows. These cabinets are 10 feet tall, floor to ceiling. I mean, just frickin' 1 inch by 1 inch boxes. So, I mean,
I wait for Orin.
hundreds and hundreds and probably thousands of scrolls. And
Orin, as he's way forward, walks in, sees all of this, and hits, like, literally, mouth drops open, hits his knees.
it looks like the only thing that is out of ordinary is that first table. It looks like some stuff was knocked over, and there is a pool of acid.
That's nasty. Let me search the room real quick for traps and then
Okay.
go about your business. Avoiding the acid pool, Tony.
Okay.
Okay. No traps that I can discern, and the scrolls and stuff aren't showing decay.
Tony, how long would it take me to do a good search in here?
Depends on what you're looking for.
I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick, guys.
You're looking for spell books?
Although, if you find any, I would be interested to know if you see any books on alchemy.
Alchemy's my lane. Back the fuck up.
This area is not, it doesn't look like it shows a lot of evidence of alchemy, to be honest. This area, there's some. But it looks like whoever is working in this area has segmented it off to academic study, alchemical study. Now, there's some bleed over, but not much.
Orin pulls out his spell book and starts reading from reading a spell, enchanting, and casts Detect Magic Ritual. Oren will walk over to the first table and pick up a scroll from it and peruse it very quickly.
So here's my question. How long are you guys spending in this room looking? I mean, at the end of the day,
I'm
you
back.
are dealing with thousands of scrolls, books, notes.
Not
How
Oren's not going to
long-
spend that long here.
That's fine. I mean, that's what's going to determine what you can find.
Do we have anyone
If
from?
anything.
Do you have anyone from the extended party that we could leave to go through these?
I got my apprentice that's following along behind me.
Absolutely. You can leave his squire, your apprentice, any number of people that you want without having any major effect. That's
so
fine.
if we have the party with us, can we set? Can I borrow your squire, Bomir?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I take out from my pouch the portable hole, and I hand it to the apprentice, and I say, everything in here that's paper or scroll needs to go in this portable hole. And it doesn't, I mean, just go down the shelf, right into it, and I'll go sift through it later when I have time. And that's why I want the squire to help, because they can grab two at once, throwing stuff in there.
Gently.
Once you throw it in there, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not like I'm going to dump a gallon of water in there with it.
I'm more concerned about overzealous ripping.
Well, they're both somewhat. One's an acolyte, probably, who's somewhat proficient and intelligent, and the other one's a wizard. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they're good on that.
Okay, so you set them to doing that. Are you leaving anyone to protect them?
Will that affect our support bonuses?
Not unless you go into
I'll leave one of the.
You don't have to name specific. Just generally, you leave a couple guards isn't going to affect. You leave half your guards, you're going to lose half your bonus.
I'll leave one of the Zentarum.
No, I'll leave one of my guys too then.
Sorry, I missed it. I clicked the wrong button. I was whispering Tony. I'm gonna leave the zombies there as well to help, so that way they got a chance to do what they're supposed to do, which is fodder.
Okay. Alrighty.
Is there a way to like lock those doors?
None of these doors have the capability of being locked. Alright. So, with that understanding,
My way down the stairs. I'm sorry, I had myself muted. I start to meander my way down the stairs,
okay.
being mindful of traps and being stealthy.
So, as you come down, I'm going to give you a description of the room and then the occupants of the room, which I'm going to give you, and one of them spotted you. So, from here, as you step down, you notice that down. The statues, just at first glance, appear to be different. You can't do a look at a good look at them. some of the things that catch your eye, I mean, you're a pretty quick person, Sully. There's 2 goblins in a pool of blood in the middle of the room. And very clearly what killed them is around them. But the goblins look weird as far as goblins go. Number one, they look to be in robes. They have a number of parchments, papers, pens, ink, things around them that suggests less goblin, more acolyte. But as you step down, you notice that there are 3 of the happy-go-lucky bearded devils around those goblins that had some advantages on checks with the closeness and the zombies and the shield guardian and the celestial lizard and pretty much a whole accoutrement of loud people in an underground cave. And they're able to spot you. But they were not able to see you coming, although they are aware of you now, so they are denied a surprise round. But so are you. So I'm gonna need a round of initiative from everyone.
Sorry, Eddie. It is what it is.
Ooh. Let's check this sound profile. Flesh floor. How's that suit you?
Tony, did you draw that A, B, C, D on there?
Yeah, that's just for my marking. There's no C or D.
I didn't see
Okay.
I didn't see a C or D. I was just playing around with the pen. It's completely superfluous.
I figured.
God damn it, Sully.
So what's the plan here?
Well, Sully's gets to act first, so it's really whether he lets you guys know he's there or not. Or
True.
He's made friends.
They already know I'm there, right?
One of them does. He says, "Hey, look at this fucking fellow."
Okay.
Look at
You're
this
saying
asshole.
you're saying we don't get a surprise. I don't get a surprise round.
Correct.
So I go like later. My turn
Okay.
is much later, right?
Yes.
Okay. I like scream demon or devils. So that everybody knows.
Okay, I moved the zombies out. They're not in this battle.
Yep.
Okay, so now you know they're there. Valdu, there's devils ahead, and you can move at your discretion. From the top of the stairs, you can only see the first square at the bottom. You cannot stand at the top and see the room. You can see this square only. That movement's fine. Just do understand that if we're at near the max of your leg, that wouldn't be a movement you could actually make because you're going through a solid wall.
True.
Just an FYI.
Well, I wasn't even. Okay. Wasn't exactly my plan to move there yet, but
Okay, move
what's
back.
from what I can see, what's the roof in there?
You can't.
I
It's
can't.
10 feet.
All right.
It would be your guess, but that's the best you can see.
I'm going to hold initiative till, I guess after Bomir.
Okay. You can just say you're holding initiative and decide when to take it.
Oh, okay, holding initiative. I like this a little bit better than meat floor.
thought we tried the meat floor, but yeah, it definitely was too meaty, not enough glory.
I'm just gonna say I found it very difficult to jerk my gherkin tooth.
Orin's gonna move there and take a ready to action to cast Chill Touch on the first bad creature it sees.
Okay. It moves here and attacks Sully with its glaive.
For a ready to action, can you plan an attack and a move?
Uncanny dodge, Tony. I take half damage.
Good.
I think I short-circuited Tiny.
Oh, good. It's not just me then.
His
Eddie
gaming
still there?
music muted. Oh, there we
He's
go.
just whispering.
No, he's having internet issues.
User in your channel timed out.